Before we get into today's video, I did want to let you guys know that this video is for educational purposes only. Please remember to be kind to everybody everywhere in your everyday life, in your home, in the grocery store, and especially in the comment section down below. Please do not show hate to anybody, anywhere. Good morning, my lovelies, my beauties, my friends. My name is Christina and welcome to my channel. If you're new here, thank you so much for clicking on this video. I really hope that you will subscribe, stick around, take a chance in hearing some things that I have to say. And if you are a returning subscriber, y'all already know, y'all are my babies. So good morning, good morning, good morning. How is everybody doing today? I hope you all are having an amazing day. I hope you have all had a wonderful week so far. I hope you guys got to relax some on Monday and spend Monday in beautiful thought and memory of those who have served our country and have passed on. Now, if you guys notice my voice is a bit raspy today, you're not hearing wrong. There's nothing wrong with your phone or your computer or your headphones. I don't know what's going on with this voice. So please excuse what's going on here. My throat's a little bit itchy. It's probably the pollen, summertime around here. Real quick, a little announcement. Surprise. This is an extra video this week. If you guys do not have on your notification bell, make sure you turn on your notification bell. That way you will get a notification every time I upload. Most of you guys know that I upload every Friday, but sometimes I do sprinkle in some extra videos throughout the week. And if you turn on your bell, then you will not miss them. And please like the video as well. When you like the videos, it doesn't mean you necessarily like the topic or like my look. It just helps me out and it's free for you. So I appreciate you for hitting the like bell. So, okay. In today's video, we are going to be talking about the Tristyn Bailey situation. You guys have been sending me this in my emails and in my DMs, and I have been on top of it as well. So thank you all. Real quick, before I update you on all of the stuff there is to update you on, if you guys do not know about the Tristyn Bailey situation, check out this video right here, and then you can come back to this video, and that will give you a rundown of what we knew in the beginning, and this is going to be a part 2 to that. So real quick, you guys know Tristyn Bailey was a 13-year-old little girl who went missing on Mother's Day. So Mom goes looking for her on Mother's Day. She snuck out. She was with the boy, Aiden, who was 14 years old. She was 13. They allegedly went to go meet some friends, sneak out. But all we know as of now is that the little boy, Aiden, has been arrested on first-degree murder charges. Now, he was arrested originally as a juvenile, and the community was pushing. I'm talking about they was pushing seriously. And a lot of people wanted that. Y'all were commenting in my comment section of my other video for him to be tried as an adult, and everybody got what they were asking for because his case has been moved over to the adult courts now. They actually had to go back into the juvenile justice center where he was locked up and re-arrest him as an adult. Now he's arrested under first-degree capital murder charges, honey, and that is not a joke. They're not going to be playing with him. They're taking this very seriously, whether he is 14 or whether he was 35. Like, this is a big deal, and he is in big trouble if he is guilty, because it is innocent until proven guilty. Okay. So when they rearrested him, they took him over to the adult jail. I did hear a reporter ask the state's attorney if he would be mingling or mixed in with the adults. And the state's attorney said, no, they actually keep the juveniles separate than the adults. So he will not be mixed in with the adults just yet. Now, if Aiden is found guilty or if he takes a plea deal or whatever, he is facing life in prison. They said that the death penalty is off the table because he's a juvenile, so that's not even an option, but he will face life in prison without the possibility of parole. The state's attorney, when he gave his little press conference, said that he thinks that life in prison without the possibility of parole is a appropriate sentence for this case.
Do you believe that life in prison without the possibility of parole is appropriate sentence for this?
Well, first off, let me say I think it would be, but that's not the case for the defendant. He could receive a life sentence. He could receive less because of the Graham Miller decisions from the United States Supreme Court saying that it would be cruel and unusual punishment to have a minor sentenced to life without the possibility of parole. The irony there is What about what happened to Tristyn? Would you consider that cruel? I certainly would. But the bottom line is that he will be eligible for, if he got a life sentence, that's the first if, he would be eligible for a review at 25 years.
That part is actually not up to him. That was just his personal opinion. So why is he saying that? Well, because it has come out now that little Bailey, 13-year-old cheerleader, 8th grade Bailey, was stabbed 114 times. So not that I want to put any terrifying images in your mind, but if you really think about that, I mean, that is a lot. That is 113 chances to say oops and change your mind and do something different and not. I actually have talked about plenty of true crime cases here, and this is the most stabs that I have done and researched so far, and it was done by a 14-year-old, allegedly, who is being accused, I guess I should say. We don't know for sure yet if it was him. Do you guys remember in the first video where they were looking in the lake, and I said that I would assume that they were looking for the murder weapon? Well, they were, and they did find it. They found it. It was a knife. It was one of those folding knives.
It was your typical folding buck knife. Buck knife. Buck knife, yes ma'am, buck knife.
Like for hunting?
Well, some people use them for hunting. They have multiple uses, I would suspect.
That is what they found there, and they are saying that that is the murder weapon. And they're saying that they know it is the murder weapon because part of this knife was broken off. They found that part of the knife that was broken off in his head. Oh my gosh. And so it is said that they believe that the person that stabbed her, which is, we know is Aiden, who is being accused right now, the only reason why he even stopped was because the knife broke. Or it may be 200 stab wounds. Like, terrible. They said 49 of those stabs were defensive, meaning in the head, the arms, the hands. She fought for her life. She fought all the way down for her life. And she was one tough cookie because she made it, you know, through even that many. Like she fought hard. I just can't, my heart, and I know some of you guys, I mean, even if you're not a parent, if you have any kind of compassion or empathy, even the tiniest bit in your heart, you just think about like this little girl in the woods and the fight she had in her, and unfortunately she lost it. Like, man, so sad. State's attorney said that they have an overwhelming amount of evidence. They found, I told you in the first video, but they're making it seem like they have even more as far as like the clothes that they found in Aiden's bedroom that had blood on it. He had shoes that had blood on it. Like they said they have an overwhelming amount of evidence and that they are very confident that he is going to be charged with this. One of the reporters asked the state attorney when he was given this press conference if Aiden has admitted to it yet, and he said not to his knowledge, that he has not admitted that he did it. See, and I guess I was kind of under the impression from the other video that maybe he did, you know, because they were looking in that lake, like maybe he said, yeah, I put the murder weapon in the lake, but they just knew. They've been searching that lake because he hasn't admitted to anything. So right now he's going for innocent, that he didn't do it. However, they have been interviewing a lot of Aiden's friends, and according to the witnesses, Aiden had actually been going around telling people that he wanted to kill somebody and that he was going to do it within 30 days and that he was going to drag them into the woods and stab them. So Aiden has friends that are giving these statements that are going to be called as witnesses in court if this does end up going to trial, that say that he said that he was already planning it, and it just unfortunately happened to be Tristyn. The state's attorney said that there is no doubt in his mind that this is first-degree premeditated murder. He said that it is because of the many, many stab wounds. That tells you or anybody else, in his opinion, that if you continue to stab that many times, then you are trying to kill the person. State's attorney also said that Tristyn's family is getting a lot of threats, which this irks me to my core. I don't know if it does for y'all, but anytime there's a victim's family and they are in the media, they get threats too. And I don't get that. They are the victim's family, you know, like, Who is doing this and why? And it's not just this case. And so I know a lot of us will want to think, well, it's a bunch of kids because these are teenagers involved. But yeah, I mean, with plenty of other cases, it happens the same way. I don't get the mind frame with people that want to attack the victim's family, whether you like them or not. You know, they just lost their loved one. And the state's attorney said that the cops and investigators are watching these threats and they're taking them very seriously. And there is going to be legal consequences that follow if people continue to do that. So, and I don't blame them in one bit. Like, stop.
We are forever changed as a family, but we will always be the Bailey 7.
And the last little point that I want to make here in this video was something that the state's attorney said during his press conference. He said that, I hope parents realize that teenagers are capable of doing unimaginable things. And I thought, wow, I hope they do too. I hope that we all do. Like I said in my first video, us as parents especially, we're always looking at adults. You know, like we're not trusting adults, right? But more and more, we're seeing these cases of children. Now, could it be because this has never happened before? No, I doubt that, okay? But I do think that it's getting pushed in the media more and we're starting to see, and it's terrifying. Like, you can't trust hardly anybody, you know? I mean, it's scary. It's very, very scary. And then also at the same time, we need to pay attention to our kids. We need to want to be involved. And I shouldn't even have to say this. I feel like as a parent, you should want to be involved in who their friends are or what they like, or if they're running around telling their other friends that they want to murder somebody. Like, that's kind of a big deal, you know, and also, you know, as parents too, you can do every single thing right, everything perfect. There is no perfect, but you know what I mean. You can do every single thing by the book, everything perfect, and your kid can still decide to do whatever they want to do, okay? So it doesn't mean that if your child goes down a wrong path that you're necessarily a bad parent or I'm a bad parent. It doesn't mean that. We just all do our best. However, I think the important part is for us to all do our best and try to be involved and find out what kind of music they like, even if you think it is the most cringe. You know, my gosh, you guys, my 9-year-old is all into this, like, it sounds like video games. It's like, I'm like, I mean, it's probably how people felt about the music that I listened to whenever I was a teenager, but it's like, oh my gosh, you know, like, listen to it, try to be involved. What books are they reading? Who are their friends? Not what are their names, but actually, like, who are they? Who are their parents? You know, let's all try to do a better job, you know, myself included, because I am the least perfect parent. I'm going to let y'all know I'm the first one in line that needs some help. Okay, so that's what it is. But I'll keep you guys updated on this case. He has had his first court appearance in the adult system, and it's going to be a while. If he does not take a plea deal anytime soon, it's going to be a while. These things don't typically happen, you know, overnight. So, as always, my loves, thank you so, so much for watching this video. Please do not forget to like it. It's a free way that you can help your girl out. And until next time, I love you guys so, so, so very much. And I'll see y'all in the next video. Bye. Love you guys. Bye.